Alright, back here guys, and I got myself a good shot here, and I do apologize if there's any glare. So yeah, we just departed Gare Centrale and we're heading southbound, so any minute now we're going to be on the tracks. And of course this track is also shared with the line 15, which is the Mascouche line. And FYI to any of my Mascouche EXO riders, as of the 17th of November, when it's the same day as the opening of the Deux Montagnes line, the Mascouche line will no longer be terminating its route to Gare Centrale. It's going to start at, of course, Gare Mascouche, but it's going to terminate at the new Quartier train station, which is going to be connected with the new Deux Montagnes line. So for all those that live, in the East End, like Montreal Nord, Saint Leonard, RDP, Anjou, and of course, Terrebonne and Mascouche, obviously, you'll still have to change at the REM line and take the REM to head downtown. So technically it should save East End residents a good 20 minutes, half an hour, I hope. But I'm really skeptic in a sense that I hope that the REM line works, and for people that live in the East End like myself, it's been a long time we've been waiting for public transit, that takes us from the East End to downtown and saves us a heck of an amount of time. So I really hope it's gonna be reliable and it gets many of us, including myself, from point A to point B in a short span of time. So as you can see here, we have the St. Patrick Canal, and on this side we have the Five Roses flour mill, which is really nice. And as you can see here, we have train tracks and where all the trains transport their goods and stuff. We got a nice scenic view of our beloved downtown Montreal, which is really, really nice. I have to say that this has to be one of the most scenic rides of taking public transportation in all of Montreal. I mean, don't get me wrong, even riding the EXO is scenic, depending on which EXO lines you're taking, like for example the Vaudreuil line or even the Mascouche line, especially when it takes an hour long and you have to make that long curve, through the tracks, and you see up trees, and it's pretty nice, especially in autumn when the colors change. But when it comes to the REM, especially when you're crossing the Champlain Bridge, which we are going to be crossing in about 5 minutes from now, it's going to be really, really nice. But I really hope you enjoyed this video and stick around, and I'm going to be making further content in the weeks and months to come. I put my content creation aside for a very long period of time. Of course, with my job, health issues and stuff, nowadays, we can't take health for granted, right? So I put my live stream aside, and so far, health's going well, can't complain. So I'm taking the time now on weekends to get out there, get some steps in, and try to exercise more, lose some weight, and in the meantime, try to provide all my followers with some content every now and then. And to the few subscribers I cannot thank you very enough. I thank you very much for following, and to anybody out there, don't forget to like and subscribe, and it helps grow my content. And if there's any requests you guys have, like specific metro stations, or if you want me to do like a metro line, like do the entire orange, green, yellow, blue, the REM, or an EXO line, or even there's a REM train heading north to Gare Centrale. So yeah, if there's anything you guys have, don't be shy to leave requests in the comments. I really appreciate it, and I'll try to accommodate my followers' requests as quickly as possible. So as you guys can see here, we are now approaching Nuns Island, in French known as Ile des Sœurs. And right over there, I believe that bridge is the Bonaventure Highway 10 Express Bridge, or what they call the Concord Bridge, which I believe is like a shortcut to head to the Montreal Casino. And then right over there we have Victoria Bridge. So yeah, we're now crossing a portion of the St. Lawrence River, and any minute now you're gonna see Bell Canada headquarters, which is situated in Montreal, of course, on the Ile des Sœurs, Illinois Island. There we are. We are now approaching Ile des Sœurs station, which is technically, even though Ile des Sœurs is off the island of Montreal, they still consider it as Zone A. Same thing for those that ride the yellow line. If you get off at Jean Drapeau metro station, it's still considered Zone A. So Zone B in the greater Montreal area is Laval, Longueuil, Brossard, Greenfield Park, St. Lambert, and Hubert. And then Zone C, I believe, is Repentigny, Mascouche, Terrebonne, Châteauguay, and De Montagne, as well as those that ride the EXO trains to Saint Jerome, I think, and Vaudreuil-Dorion. So yeah, doors are closing on my right, and any minute now we're gonna be flying over. When I say flying, riding over. There we go, riding over the Champlain Bridge. There we go.
Direction A1 Brossard.
And this is actually my very first time I am recording on my new iPhone 17 Pro Max, and I really hope to see a 9-day difference from my previous iPhone 15 and 16 Pro Maxes. And I'm currently shooting in 4K 120 frames per second here, so I really hope the clarity is nice. So there we are currently on the Champlain Bridge. And for a fall day we are now October 25th, 2025, it is beautiful, and you get a good view of practically everything, especially if you're heading the opposite direction towards downtown. You get a good view of the Bell Center, all the beautiful skyscrapers in downtown Montreal, like the courthouse, and this building here in white is Place Ville Marie, and then you have Quebecor headquarters, the headquarters for Videotron, and that building right there is our courthouse. So very nice scenery. You have to give Montreal for that. Despite all the plights that we have in our city with the bike lanes and the ever non-stop detours and construction, Montreal is still a beautiful city. I was born here, grew up here. It has its history, its culture, and its diversity. So, yeah. Right over there, we have our Victoria Bridge. If I turn over here, our St. Lawrence River, and then all the way down there, heading westbound, you have the Mercy Bridge. And yeah, so now we are crossing Champlain Bridge. And once upon a time, this was not part of the Champlain Bridge. The Champlain Bridge was actually a much lower altitude, smaller green, copper green beams suspension bridge. But then about a decade ago, they tore it down and they rebuilt this, and they added the REM, which was a really good investment. I mean, if I'm talking like back in like 2015, 2016, it was such a pain in the ass just to get to Brossard to do some shopping or visit friends. Like, heck, you have to take a bus from Longueuil to Panama bus depot, and then another bus from Panama to this trunk, which is a real pain in the ass. But now with this, 10-15 minutes across the river, and you're on the South Shore, which is absolutely amazing. So we are now on the South Shore, and we are heading to Panama Station in the next I'd say 2-3 minutes, and then I'm going to be getting off at Quartier. So you can see here, we just crossed over the bridge. This is, I believe, highway. What are we on now? This is what the 30 or the 10, I believe. And we have traffic as usual over here. Looks like we're slowing down a little bit, so any minute now we should be approaching Panama Station. Oh yes, here. There's our signs for traffic. Get off the next exit if you want to go to New York City, for example. And here's Panama.
Les portes s'ouvriront sur le côté gauche.
Good truck. My apologies, because I can only do one X is the lowest I could do here, so yeah. Alright, so next stop is Quartier, which that's where you get off if you want to go to Quartier this time to do your shopping and whatnot. So I'm going to be getting off the next stop. So here we go. So this is Panama. Not Panama, the country, of course. But the bus depot around here is named Panama, so that's why. It's a pretty big bus depot. I've taken some buses over here and gone around Greenfield Park, taken it to pass in front of my old CEGEP for Champlain College. Oh, guys, give me 2 minutes, please. They're carding on the REM, so I'll pause the video. Any minute now, they're gonna head to my way and start carding. I'll just wait. I'll just pause once they approach me, and I'll resume the video. I'll try to get up. I'm there framing. The guys, they were just inspecting my Opus cards. So yeah, we're approaching Damascus line. I have to say the guards on the REM, not to be biased, I have to say the most laid back, chill security guards, inspectors on the REM. I mean, they're very helpful, informative, and I remember back in, I think it was April, May, the REM had a 50% discount, which, Christ man, it saved me a shit ton of money back in spring. Instead of paying $200 for the ABC bus pass, I only paid like $98, which that was an absolute steal. Because I mean, the bus passes are not cheap. Let's be real. I mean, just doing Zone 8 on the island of Montreal, I think it's like over $100 now. Which, you know, if you do the math, like 200 times 12, it's like over two grand a year, and yeah, it's a lot of money. I mean, for me, this is my only method of transportation because I don't have a car yet, but it's still expensive. Don't get me wrong, but you know, it is what it is, right? I mean. Alright, so we're getting off right now. Alright, so we're at the Quartier station. One thing I'm pretty sure a few of us on Discord, I'm pretty sure Pat would 100% agree with me that the SAM should seriously invest in security doors like this, especially, you know, in metro stations in areas where it's, you know, it's known for its crime or high poverty and homelessness. I mean, it really comes in handy, and, you know, especially with the ongoing suicide rates and stuff. This really comes in handy, these doors, and I know many major cities out there in the world, like Tokyo, for example, New York City have this, and I really hope down the line, either the Quebec government or even the next mayor of Montreal would, invest a good amount in the transportation budget to invest in these security doors. So yeah, so now I'm just gonna board the elevator here, and we're gonna take it up, fly upstairs upwards, and then at the station, if you want to go towards the mall, you go on the right hand side. This side over here, there's like a food court, there's a Starbucks, and there's condominiums there. So it's not going to be going to, of course, for a few of you that know me, I'm an Apple fanatic. So just son of a bitch, I just got an electric shock from pressing the button there. So I'm going to be heading over towards the right hand side. So I'm just going to grab the elevator here. Just pause for a sec. Okay, guys, I'm back. And what I like about these doors are automatic when you open, which is really cool. So I'm going to be heading to the right hand side now. So if you want to go to at this station, if you want to go to a food court or Starbucks, you go this way. The restaurant is by here. So we just have to cross over this overpass, which goes over, I believe it's Highway 10 or 30. I keep getting the numbers mixed up here. So we're just leaving the station now, and then as you leave Ducat City REM station, you have to go to another tunnel here, but that's okay. It gets me more steps into my daily walking exercise, so I'm not complaining. Sometimes over here I notice, especially in the summertime, or especially during Black Friday weekend or December, they play music here, especially December they play Christmas music, and I don't think there's any music playing on these loudspeakers here, because when the REM first opened up here, especially Christmas 2023, it had a pretty dope sound system here playing Christmas movies. So I guess maybe it's one of those quiet Saturdays today, so I'm finally, after so many years of contemplating, I'm finally gonna cave in and get myself my first MacBook laptop. Just going to Apple now to see, based on what I do with gaming and content creation. I'm still undecided between a MacBook Air and a MacBook Pro, and especially here in Canada, Apple products are pretty much expensive. I mean, just my iPhone, 2 terabytes on the Pro Max with no contract is like $3,000. So yeah, and the financing is really, really pricey. But I can't help myself. I mean, I love Apple products. I mean, I keep complaining every year that the price keep going up, but we still buy their products. So at the end of the day, we just have to shut up about it, right? But I really hope I get a good quote once I go to Apple right now, and I'm looking really forward to using Final Cut Pro to edit my my videos down the line. So I'm gonna stop the video here, guys, and I'll probably record a video from Brossard heading back to Gare Centrale in about an hour or so. So stay tuned and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.